Friends, first and foremost, a very happy new year to all of you. It is that time of the year which enables me to look back at the year gone by as well as look forward to the new year. And as usual, I'm extremely pleased to be doing this with you. 2018 has been an excellent year for us, but what I'd like to do is perhaps go through segments. So let's start with something which we say is most important to us, which is safety. The safety record in 2018 was better than in 2017. We did, however, have two potential serious incidents. I'd like to urge each one of you to make sure that anyone who works on our facilities or visits us goes back safely to their homes. We say that all the time, but it is absolutely important that we practice it. So I look forward to your support in this journey. In particular, this has become more important now and in some ways more challenging, because as you all know, with the energy transition going on in the world, we are going to be focused more and more on renewable energies, almost exclusively so, at least exclusively on non-carbon generating businesses. And these assets tend to be more disparate, more spread out, have a much wider geographical reach, and therefore the challenge of maintaining our safety practices over much wider land areas is something which we have to rise up to. Going on to the business itself, as I tape this, still a few days to go in the year, but I hope by the time you see this, the picture would have remained the same, that our profitability has been very good. It has been ahead of our business plan. And so has our cash collection. We had some concerns about that during the early part of the year, but recently, a very recent development has meant that we are much better placed that way. So thanks to all of you for your hard work on that. Going asset by asset, starting with the wind projects this time, we had a seminal development in taking over the O&M of one of our assets at Khandke, and after initial trouble, we have done an excellent job, and I'd like to convey my thanks to the RE team for having achieved that. These are still early months though, and the solutions that we have put in place will be tested next year as well, and I hope that we will come out of next year like we did from about the middle of this year, which is with a very high level of reliability and high level of availability. The generation this year has been excellent, has been the best ever on our wind assets, which is something I'm very pleased about. There have been several years where we've had some questions asked on that, so it's particularly gratifying to note that after so many years we have shown a distinct improvement. We also commissioned our first solar project this year, Veltur, and that has come along extremely well as well. There have been several challenges to do with land acquisition and some development issues along the way, but we have done what any board or shareholders expects management to do, which is take on those problems head on and resolve this to our satisfaction. This project, Veltur, has the potential to be our signature asset in India, quite like Paguthan used to be for close to 2 decades. Moving on to Paguthan, since I mentioned it in my introductory remarks, it has, quite like Sachin Tendulkar, completed its first innings, and it was full of achievements, just like that of the cricketer. This is just the end of one phase. We are putting in place temporary contracts for sale, at least for the year or two. I would like to say a special thanks to all our Paguthan colleagues for being such a rock-solid asset for close to 2 decades. And I'd also like to tell each one of you that we all see various businesses on that asset continue. And finally, moving on to Jhajjar, we have had a mixed year in the sense that technically the plant has performed very well. We, however, have faced coal supply shortages after a few years, and that has meant fairly careful management. But I think I said it last year that finally that asset has stabilized, and I have no reasons to doubt that assessment. The challenge for us, particularly in the commercial side as well as the coal handling plant this year, is to ensure that we never run out of coal and that the necessary commercial arrangements are put in place so that the technical availability of the power plant, which is extremely high, it's over 89% this year, translate into an equally high commercial availability as well. A very important development for our business here has been the coming in of CDPQ as a 40% shareholder, and I can tell you that both the shareholders, CLP and CDPQ, are extremely excited, and the entry of CDPQ also gives us the opportunity to really enter into an era of high growth. Many of you who work in the business development and the central team over here in Mumbai have already seen a much higher deal flow, and I have no doubts that we'll carry that forward. So what do I ask of you? It does mean, however, high growth comes with tremendous challenges as well. I would like to make sure that each one of you know that this will not be achieved without all of us, and I mean all of us starting with myself, upping our game. We will have to satisfy 2 shareholders now. We will have to achieve much higher growth, and we have to do all of this keeping our governance, our safety, as well as our profitability targets in mind. So I am tremendously excited, and I hope each one of you share the same. I look forward to convening with you in the new year and starting on this new chapter of our growth in India. That is all I had to talk about the business. As we keep on saying, work-life balance is very important for us here at CLP India. So I do sincerely hope all of you are able to take some time off and spend some time with your families during this festive season. I'd just like to end now with wishing each one of you and your families a Merry Christmas and a fantastic 2019.